While there have been some quite notable comedic films such as 2024's Honora or 2025's Naked Gun, it is clear from the lack of big comedy releases this past decade that it is a genre seen by executives as a waste of time and money. In comes Canadian director Matthew Johnson's newest work though, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, which is a comedy that follows two band members, Matthew and Jay, accidentally traveling back to 2008 and are now trying to figure out a way to return back to modern times. The movie has a big issue though, in that while it has the ingredients it needs to create an incredibly humorous experience, it seems to drop all of them on the floor and chooses to place a heavy focus on a story that is honestly quite boring and sluggish to sit through. One of the biggest detriments for this movie is the humor found within, which for the most part is unamusing. It features a dry deadpan type of comedy that, while done well in other media, seems to hardly stick the landing for itself here.
Ah! Into the open dome. We're coming in. We're gonna have to have the peace signs.
Okay, hold on.
As we float in.
That is not to say the whole movie does not feature a single good moment though, as there are a very, very small handful of times that are funny. A good majority of the best humor that this movie offers is found in the first 15 to 20 minutes, which coincidentally is when the movie features most of its public prank moments.
We're gonna be quite up high, and would snippers, would they be able to cut through like a kind of harness?
No, what are you trying to do though?
It is during these times that the movie strides with confidence, but sadly these moments are used way too far and few between, and if the movie had utilized this strong tool to its advantage, the other 90% of this experience would have been far better than what was delivered. Furthermore, the director chooses to hone a good chunk of the runtime on a story that covers a failing friendship between the two main characters, which is uninteresting and boring to watch, as the dynamic between them never feels as though they have been longtime friends and instead maybe co-workers for just a couple of years. This makes it hard to be even a little invested in this movie's overarching plot and leads to boredom, where it then becomes an experience itself trying not to fall asleep while watching this movie. Truly, one of the only positive things that this movie has going for it is its excellently blended footage of old and new. For some context, this movie is a continuation from an old web series of the same name that ran from 2007 to 2012, and as a way to achieve the effect of going back in time, the director wove in old, unused footage from that web series. It is done very effectively, and without being told, the viewer would never know that this was the way the time-traveling effect was achieved. In the end, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie features only a small handful of comedic moments to boast for itself during its nearly 2-hour runtime. The movie also would have greatly benefited from utilizing its public prank bits to the fullest extent, as that is when the movie is at its best and most entertaining. But instead, the director chose to focus on an overarching plot that garners little to no investment from the viewer. Overall, the movie is simply as bland as unseasoned chicken with white rice. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, then leaving a like would be very, very epic. You know what would be even more epic though? Smashing that subscribe button. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of this movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you freaking want to make love to it? I don't fucking know. You tell me. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.